Hey everyone, Brando here.
And Mike.
And we host the Game Addicts Podcast,
A show about modern and retro video games
that we play and collect.
Now, here's some vital information for you.
Our podcast is found on podcast services around the globe, such as iTunes,
Podbean,
Stitcher Radio,
and YouTube.
Check us out every Thursday for a new episode.
But wait,
there's more. If you pledge to the Journey to Comics Network Patreon, you get early access to the audio version of the show up to a week early.
So what are you waiting for?
It's time to level up and check out the Game Addicts Podcast today. The following is a Journey to Comics Network production.
Do you not like root beer?
No, I hate the smell of it and everything. Oh, can you turn off that light too?
So sassy.
I'll suck your dick again.
We're recording.
Oh, we're recording. I'm okay with that.
That's on the podcast. Maybe.
Wait, what?
Maybe just stop talking
just-
now.
It's just... It's not that old. Ew.
Now I want to delete this.
No, I want to delete this. No, we're keeping it.
Oh,
We're
awkward.
keeping it.
Awkward. Welcome to butt stuff.
We're going to regret this later. Or I will.
So we have confirmed I am indeed allergic to Padfoot.
Yep.
Boo.
I feel so bad. And it sucks because now you can't get a dog because now you're allergic and you don't want to be sniffly all the time. That would suck.
I feel like if I remembered to take a fucking Claritin before I came over, that I would be okay.
I have Claritin.
Do
I
you?
have so many different things for allergies because let's look at my husband.
Right? He is a walking time bomb. Like, he needs a bubble.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we pause and get Claritin.
Yes.
Okay, I am Claritinated. Thank you.
Is that in the dictionary?
Probably. Not.
I think that it should be.
Yeah.
Come on,
probably.
Webster, get on it.
Claritinated.
Claritinated. When one has sufficiently dosed oneself with Claritin.
Copyright me. You're welcome, world. No. We have pizza coming and I'm so excited.
That's so good. When did we get it last time? Friday?
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Okay.
4 days ago. And I had Pizza Hut last night.
It's okay. We're all going to be bad today, and I'm going to the gym tomorrow.
I'm not.
So it's fine.
It's okay. I've resigned myself to a life of fatness. It's all good.
I think that I have officially made myself a life of really sore thighs. Like going up and down stairs.
Squats,
I'm like,
squats.
well, they did. So they did the talking assessment, which I wasn't a fan of.
Mhm.
I think I talked about that on Friday, which
Yeah.
none of you have ever heard. But
That was just a girls' night.
so I finally did the physical assessment. And we were doing lunges, and I can do lunges all the way down to the ground and back up without.
Girl, look at you go.
But man, he made me do it multiple times,
Well, yeah.
and I can still feel those. And we did squats too.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of balancing stuff. I did not smash my face on the ground, and I'm really proud about that.
I'm so proud of you.
So
you deserve a
happy.
ribbon that says, I didn't smash my face into the ground.
I did not injure myself.
Oneself. So classy.
I think it's because of this new pipe. That is why I'm so classy right now.
Yes, because we're really, really stoned. As per usual. But it's beautiful.
Yes, so at one of the local shops, I was just looking. I really just wanted a new bubbler since, my last one broke.
Yes.
I don't remember what episode I talked about that on,
It was a couple ago.
but
Because it's been a little while now.
I'm still sad about it. That is still the most beautiful bubbler I've ever seen.
It was so pretty.
It just looked like blood on it, and
Yeah.
it was perfect. But, one tip backwards, an entire inch, and it's
kaboom.
broken. So I wanted a new one, and I found one that I don't like as much, but I did like it. It's not named yet.
No. But
But
it's cute.
It is cute. It's just not,
It's not
bloody.
as pretty as the pipe.
oh God, no. But I didn't even see this. Mike saw it. And it looks, like the Night King. It's just icy
Yes.
and blue, and it's mostly clear.
It looks like it's made out of ice.
Oh, it's gorgeous. But it's called the Rock Candy design.
Yeah.
Whatever they call that. But it's some local 80-year-old guy that I do not know the name of. And I wish I knew who he was.
I want to know if
because
he smokes.
I do too.
He must.
He
right?
has to. Why else would you make these?
Right.
And I thought that I'd be afraid of holding this, but it has so much grip to it because it
I
has all
know.
the icy
It's
parts.
got like texture to it.
It's just gorgeous. But
It
I
doesn't feel like your hand's going to get sweaty and you're going to go, whoop.
Oops. It is big.
That's unfortunate.
It holds so much.
It's a
It-
very deep bowl.
It is very deep. I mean, I filled it up yesterday when I got it, and I'm still smoking it. So
And we smoke a lot of weed. I got a new bong today, and it's little bitty and it's purple, and we got it at one of our local head shops. And it's got like a shower head perk in it, and it hits like a fucking beast. I think because I'm just not used to something of this size. I died the first time I tried it.
I can't take it.
I can't take it.
That's a porn reference.
Yeah. From a porn with a porn, some porn, a porno, a porno.
What is grammatically correct right now?
I'm trying. With a little person, and the whole first part of the video was her sucking dick. And then she's white, by the way. And then she finally opens her mouth to say something, and it's the most stereotypical, like, backwoods hick country twang to it. And she's just like, I don't think it'll fit.
I don't think I can take
Yeah.
it.
I always forget what she says.
Is it sad that I remember and you showed me this?
I've seen it so many times. But yeah, Brandon found that like forever ago, and we just die laughing every time we see it. What the fuck was I talking about?
Bong.
Was I?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I like it. It's little. But it's really nice, and it's an upgrade from what I had, which is
Yeah.
like a glorified bubbler. So,
Still cute though, but
yes.
that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun to hit, even though we both died afterwards.
Yes.
You really died.
Oh my God. I have like the worst lungs though. It's like, it's probably a good thing I didn't start smoking until I was like 26, because jeepers.
You would sound really crackly by now.
I would sound like a lifelong smoker. Imagine that. I'm glad that I don't smoke cigarettes though, because
Yeah.
I can't imagine that it would be much better. I probably have asthma. I don't know. Beautiful. I love it.
I feel like I do that on every podcast at least once.
Probably. I probably do too.
It's a natural thing.
Better out than in.
But I am definitely ready for this pizza. Coming back to this
Yes.
pizza.
It is like the most amazing deep dish.
Yes.
Oh,
I love it. I'm really excited about this whole extra cheese bit going on.
We did not, we had it Friday, which was like 4 days ago for us, but like 2 weeks for you. And we did not get extra cheese, but it was phenomenal. And then today Joanna was doing the ordering, and she decided that we should have extra cheese. And who am I to argue? Especially not when you pick up the tab. Thanks.
Well, you did get it Friday.
True.
So
Patty's like, pay attention. Where are my treats?
he's
No, he heard me.
take me for a walk, Mom. Sometimes, and it sounds so weird. So it looks like like a sex toy kind of thing hanging
Yes,
off
it
my
does.
curtain. Well, it's just my dog's leash and prong collar. And by the way, prong collars are safe for those who want to complain about it. You have to use them correctly. But yeah, it looks really dirty hanging there, and he'll go up and he'll nose it, so it's just chains rattling, you know.
Welcome to the Red Room of Pain.
It does have a red leash.
I found the pig.
Found the pig. He loves those
He does.
grunting sounds.
I wonder if they'll actually be able to hear it since we got new microphones.
Yeah.
Brandon said that they really only pick up the space that's like right in front of them.
Which is good, unless there's something funny in the background, like
Yeah,
my husband.
being real nasty.
It'll be really awkward if they only hear part of that conversation.
Hey, I wanted to delete it, but whatever.
But seriously, such a better part of the day because, as you know, my dad was with me all day long.
Yes. Let
All-
Joanna tell you about her dad.
It's never a fun visit when he comes over, ever.
He's the most obnoxious old man in the entire world.
And not even in a funny way.
No.
More in like a...
I want to strangle you kind of way.
Or bash my face into my own table kind of way.
Yeah.
Like until I black out. And
For a
anyway,
while.
I want to go into a straight up coma.
Please and thank you.
But every time he comes over, a lot of times it's an excuse because he'll bring food. He'll bring all this food from his pantry. Half of it's fucking expired. Let's go through.
Only half? I would have expected more.
It used to be almost all, and we're now dwindling down to where
He's
only...
probably running out.
Yes. Things are starting to be, within expiration date. But seriously, we have been in this house for 3 years now. He started bringing over a fuck ton of food right when we moved in. So it's just now becoming to the point where he's running out. He had 3 years of fucking expired food to give me.
Does he eat it?
Yes. He'll hand it to me and say, "Oh, it's not that old. But let's refresh what I have had in the past. Those Cuppo noodles or whatever the fuck they are. Okay. I got some in 2016. He gave them to me. They expired in 2004. Like, how fucking long? I have never had ramen expire, and that shit lasts forever.
Yeah.
So how did you have it so long? It has an old logo and everything, and it expired in 2004, and you still have it. I was a child.
I was still listening to Spice Girls.
Dude.
Probably. No.
I've probably seen these cups of noodles in the past, and they came back to haunt me. Like, they just came full circle. Now I'm an adult.
I just realized that 2004 is a year before I met Brandon. So, no, I probably was not still listening to the Spice Girls. I was in my emo phase. Not really a phase. Still emo forever.
I was in my goth phase.
Scene. I just love Fall Out Boy. I can't deny it.
2004 is the year that I went super dark. Like, Cradle of Filth only. Fuck everybody. Like,
I did dye my hair black.
I was not allowed. I was not allowed. But anyway.
My mom got pissed that I dyed my hair black.
These fucking noodles. So I opened them. I had to see what noodles looked like that expired in 2004.
I mean, for science.
Yes. So the noodles look completely fine. But the seasoning that they put in the in those little cups, it was straight up fucking black. Ew. Like a gunky, like tar looking black stuff all over the noodles. And I'm like, oh.
Is he tap dancing upstairs?
I don't know. If he is, that's kind of cool. See, today I got some pasta sauce. What did I say it was again? Prego.
Mm-hmm.
The traditional. That shit is straight up red when you buy it at the store, right? Yeah, it was brown. It expired in 2014.
Ew.
He's like, it's fine. It's a different fucking color, but okay. I have gotten moldy bread and potatoes that have like shit sprouting out of them already. What else have
How
we
does
had?
he not realize that bread is moldy?
I don't know.
Does he eat
He has to.
moldy bread?
He probably has to. I don't know how he's still alive.
I don't either.
I've pointed out expiration dates, but one time Mike and I went to his house and we're all going to eat dinner, right? So he puts this fucking ranch dressing on the table and it expired in 2012. This was last year.
Ew.
So I straight up took it and I threw it away. I'm like, that's been expired forever. What the fuck?
Literally like 5 years.
Yeah, so needless to say, we have lost the appetite of ever going over there for anything. And every time he brings these bags of food over, I used to do where the stuff that's not expired and the stuff that is expired, and the expired food is always so big, and I feel awful because I have to throw it away. It's not like I can donate it.
No.
And it's so much extra trash.
I know.
Like, I feel like a dumping ground for expired food.
Do they not pick up recycling here?
I don't know.
Oh.
That shows how environmentally conscious I am. I haven't looked into it.
I was just wondering. They pick up recycling, like trash is Monday, recycling is Wednesday at where we live. So, some places do that.
So, as you know, our birthdays are coming up, both Mike and I's. My dad got him a birthday card, and it's hilarious. I wonder if it's still down here.
We'll find it. Okay, well,
So-
we couldn't find the card.
Yeah, could not. Maybe it got thrown away. I mean, who knows at this point?
Right.
But it's going to be funny to anyone who was at my wedding. So, you know.
We can visit the Department of Backstory.
Yes. So, you know, when you give a wedding speech, you would think if it's your own daughter, adopted or not, that you would give a nice speech.
Right.
You know, everyone else had nice things to say about Mike and I, you know, that's kind of what happens. You're the awkward person in the spotlight, the both of you, and that's part of it.
Nobody really did speeches at my wedding. So.
Oh.
Wasn't that kind of wedding.
So, the only thing my dad had to say was, well, I got a fishing buddy. That's the only thing he had to say about us being together, was how well he raised me. All about him, and then he got a fishing buddy, and that's all he had to say.
I feel like you kind of raised yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't count, you know, screaming and complaining about your life 24/7 raising a kid.
Yeah, not so much.
But anyway, he got a fishing buddy.
You're an amazing human now.
All he wants to do with Mike is go fishing. Hey, can you go fishing? What about that fishing stuff? You want to go fishing? Want to go this fishing show? This fishing con? Whatever the fuck they're called, you know? Blah, 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 blah. All the time. So today, he brought over Mike's birthday presents. He gave him a camouflage bag that can also be turned into a fanny pack. Exactly what every young? Is he middle-aged yet? That's 40, right?
Well, like, yeah, maybe. Yeah. He's in his 30s.
He's not quite middle-aged man. That's what every not quite middle-aged man wants. Is
You look like a fucking superhero right now. She's got her fists on her hips, like, damn it.
But you can turn it into a bag, a fanny pack, or you can strap it along diagonally across you, and it's sort of like a messenger bag. But he was really into the fanny pack part.
I mean, there are some occasions where a butt bag may be necessary.
Yeah. But he has,
Maybe when you're riding a horse.
he's given him so many bags. The first thing Mike did was try to find his name written in Sharpie somewhere massive, because my dad one year got me a whisk for Christmas, and he wrote Joanna on it, on the handle.
So you can never regift it.
No. He will write your name on anything that he gives you. It is ridiculous. He's given Mike so many bags, and it has his own name written on it. Everything has his name written on it. It's because someone might steal it, you know.
Weird.
Someone might steal the fanny pack, okay?
Someone might come into your house and steal your fucking whisks. Like,
that's a damn
who
nice
needs to
whisk.
whip eggs? Not Joanna. Whiny dog.
I know.
Whiny dog. He went outside like 15 times earlier, and now
I
he's
know.
like, I gotta pee.
Yeah, he's like, I want to out again. So he also was trying to be thoughtful and got him Oreos, because who the fuck doesn't love Oreos?
Especially double stuff.
The thing is, that's what's funny. Mike hates double stuff. What? I have told my dad multiple times, if you're going to get Oreos, because you talk about it all the time, don't get double stuff. He doesn't like those. He likes the regular ones. So what's he fucking get him? Double stuff.
Double stuff are much better for dipping, though, because there's more room to insert the fork. That's how you can dip without getting cold fingers.
Huh. I don't mind the cold fingers. I mean, you felt my hands.
Oh, no, I don't like it. I don't like my hands to be cold.
Do you want to touch my cold hands?
No. I do not.
So
I do not want to touch them. I do not.
my dad is so thoughtful, and he made it very clear today that for birthdays, $10 is the limit. Cannot go for $10.
Well, damn it. There goes that plan.
But yeah, he's just a ridiculous old man, and I feel like I need to tell
You're welcome.
the best story I've ever told you about him. The graveyard.
Okay. I was like, oh shit.
You can give your reaction.
I'm going to give my reaction. Okay. So we're back. We have eaten pizza, and it was delicious. And we found the card.
Which, by the way, whose fault was it that we didn't find it the first time?
Mine. I put the case for the zoom down on it, and then when I was looking for the card, I just scooted the case across the table. I did not lift it up, so the card was underneath. My apologies. This has now been like a 2-hour ordeal to record this podcast.
So many breaks. Where is that card anyway?
I left it on the table, but oh my God. Okay, so Joanna's dad signed it from him, and I'm assuming the dog, whose name is Spike. And he drew pictures of like a little smiley head person, and then what I'm assuming he means to look like a dog with like long floppy ears, but it most certainly looks very phallic. It just looks like a cock and balls, guys.
Dude, every card is like that. Christmas cards, everything.
And he underlined happy birthday and put an exclamation point and then put Mike. And it was underlined. It's like not like a comma, Mike, exclamation point. There was no punctuation after Mike. It's just drawings. Mike.
Dick dog.
Penis puppy. Okay, but we were talking about your dad. I don't remember exactly what, because
The cemetery story.
Yes,
The
the
one-
worst story.
Yeah. So there's my dog.
Oh, now he wants in. Of course. We were like, should we let the dog in? And I was like, but he's not at the door. You can just make a quick dash to the door to let him in when it's time. And then he's like, oh yeah, now. 2 minutes in. Beautiful. Love it.
So when he told me all of this over the phone, but Mike was listening to it too, because I always put him on speakerphone if it's the both of us. We were watching something on Netflix, so I put on speaker so we can both suffer. And he starts telling me about when he went to the cemetery, because he goes to see my grandmother, you know. And he likes to put flowers on the grave and stuff every year, and it's not something I do, so I never go. So he put his flowers and everything down, and then he's walking by this flower urn, you know, the really fancy ones, and apparently it's crooked. So instead of straightening it, he tells me that he picks it up, takes it, and throws it in the back of his truck. And the verb was throw. It was not place or set down, or I just put it in the back of my truck. It's just, I threw it in the back of the truck. Like,
What the
so
fuck?
nonchalant about it.
And I remember the first time that I heard this story, you had to clarify that it was a flower urn, and
Not
because
a person.
she just said urn, and I was like, he stole someone's ashes.
How fucked up is that?
What the fuck?
But that's probably not the part that really fucked you up either. About the whole story. So the cemetery is, you know, like 3 hours away from where his house is, right?
Yeah.
So he's driving back, and then he decides on the way, I don't really want this fucking urn. So he pulls into some apartment complex, some random one he doesn't even know, and just throws it in the fucking dumpster and goes home. No big deal.
I don't want this fucking urn.
Like, it's crooked.
Why is it burnt?
Like, I'm just trying to think of the whole process here. And when Mike and I were listening to him talk about this, he told me to not tell anybody, by the way. Here
Good thing he doesn't know about this.
But, you know, like, what is the thought process? Our mouths were just open, like, oh my God, what the fuck? Like, you just lost it. Like, you're getting too old. You need help. Like, I don't know what to do. These decisions are just not making sense. Like, what was he
He
thinking?
needs a home.
I know, but no. I wouldn't do that. I'm not that mean.
Well, they have like assisted living places that are decent. Like where you have like an apartment and like a health visitor comes.
Yeah, no.
Those aren't as bad as a nursing home, but nursing homes are depressing.
Yeah. I wouldn't the assistant living either. No thanks. But
For me, mostly only if that's what my mom wanted. I could give a shit about my dad.
yeah, he doesn't want that, so I'm not going to do that ever. We did once when I was younger look at an assistant living home. And I got to eat there for free. That's the whole reason we went. They were having a free dinner for checking it out because you went on a tour, you know, hoping that you get somewhere. And there was someone who went to school with me working there. And it was really sad because I'm this young child amongst all of these elderly people taking a tour of this assistant living home. And he has his chicken.
I just looked over my shoulder and realized exactly how high I am.
So did he. He's like, I'm going to make all the weird noises.
What was that?
The chicken.
Oh.
Yeah.
It sounded like he had ice.
Oh, well, now he has a bone.
Oh, okay. That would be why. Where were we going with this?
Well, I just finished the story about the
The
urn.
urn. Okay,
yeah, the graveyard story. But yeah, that was a very shocking phone call.
I can imagine.
I still can't get over it, and I don't think I don't know. I don't think he knows what he's doing anymore.
Oh, I don't want to get like that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like, I'm hoping that, like, physician-assisted suicide is a thing when I get to be of senile years.
Yeah, but you don't want to go before that. But if you're already in a state where you're not thinking clearly, you're not going to be able to make that decision either.
It would have to be, like, something that's predetermined,
Yeah.
like where you have it legally notarized or whatever.
And it'd probably have to have like a 2-year time before.
Yeah. Onset.
Mm-hmm.
But wouldn't that suck if that's what you wanted and then you couldn't have it?
Yeah.
I mean, there are alternate means, of course. But awful.
It's awful. I feel
Are
like
we going to have to trigger warning this episode? We probably should.
What would be a trigger warning? Oh, death?
Talking about suicide.
Oh, suicide too.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll tell Brandon. I need to
Text
I'll tell
him
him
now.
So I don't forget. So I don't forget. Remind me to trigger warning this episode. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
I didn't want to forget.
So,
Trying to be considerate.
if I remember in the car, I believe we were going to talk about some of our party experience.
Oh God, yeah. When we went to buy the bong, we were talking about parties we had been to, and I said, "Oh, we should tell our party stories." So, would you like to go first, or shall I?
You can. I feel like I've been talking so much on this one.
And you talked a lot on the last one, which is
I know.
unusual for you.
Yeah, I'm just, Miss Blabbermouth over here.
I know. I like it.
Flappy lips.
Okay. So I'll tell a story about a party that Brandon and I went to together. And he was not really drinking, but I was. I was drunk. And this is before I smoked weed. And it was a friend of mine, like someone I went to school with for like forever. And I did not remember this. He told me after because he was way less drunk than me because, he had to drive. And we somehow ended up in a dark room with my friend and one of her friends who was gay. But apparently not when he was drunk because they were making out. And it almost ended up in us having a foursome. But Brandon was like, we should go. And like marched us both out of the room. So that was fun. He told me after and I was like, I remember going into the room, but I don't remember anything that happened. So yeah, that's my most interesting party story. I don't have a whole lot of experience with parties because no one ever invited me to them because I was a weird child and I'm still weird. So
Hey,
can you believe it?
Weird is a good thing. And I don't have a lot of party stories either.
I have a couple, but
Like,
I went to IHOP, like I went to a party with some people from work when I worked at Cracker Barrel. And I got really drunk on vodka for the first time in my life. And then we went to IHOP and I remember eating pancakes and chocolate milk. And then my friend drove me home.
pancakes and chocolate milk.
Yeah. And I had like a really super basic Nikon digital camera because like it was like 2007, which means that I was 18. Sorry, Mom. Not like she cares. So yeah, it was like 2007 and I was definitely not supposed to be getting drunk, but
It
is what it is. I got all of my drinking out when I was underage, and then I had a party for my 21st. A couple of friends came over. And then I stopped drinking for the most part.
I was gonna say, you really don't. I mean, neither of us really drink all that much.
Yeah. I will have the occasional glass of wine or Smirnoff Ice, but that's about it.
I do like those. However, I did go to a party Saturday.
Yes.
And I picked up a pack of Guinness, and I didn't really know anyone at the party other than who brought me there. And I had met her brother once. you know.
Yeah.
I was really trying to hold in that cough, so I'm sorry. I was making such a strange face. I'm like, I can't talk anymore.
Must take in oxygen.
Running out of air. But, so, I didn't really know anybody. And I was really nervous that I was going to do my normal thing where I just kind of like, so many people, shut down, get me home, you know.
Need to leave.
Exactly. Because I do that so often.
I feel you though, because like especially around a whole bunch of new people,
Yeah.
like meeting one new person is fine, but a whole bunch of new people is like, ugh.
So, you know, I was a little apprehensive, but I decided I'd go because it was a Viking themed party.
You
and
were
there,
a big girl.
yeah, and there was a bonfire involved, you know, in the winter. So it was
Yeah.
very cold and there was a lot of sparks and shit. But anyway, I have this jacket that I always wear. And it has this giant fucking hole in the pocket. Literally, you put anything in the pocket, it ends up in the middle of your back at some point.
Oh, I didn't realize that your pocket had a hole and that's why it was so big.
Yeah. It is a giant, massive hole that you can reach into the entire coat.
Oh.
It's fucking crazy.
Your jacket's the TARDIS.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, you can't put your wallet in there. You're going to go up to the cashier and like, hold on.
Gotta fish it out. Sorry.
Like, I got short arms. Where is it?
Can you like scoot it this way, please? Thank you.
Can someone just cut it out? Okay. Okay.
No, but don't, because then I can't put booze in it.
So anyway, I only grabbed one beer. I went outside. And then I decided, wow, this is a long fucking walk for a beer. So I just shoved him in my fucking pocket. I just shoved him into that hole and kept shoving more beer in there until...
It's too bad the inner lining isn't waterproof, because then you could put ice in there too.
I know.
That would be so cool. We should invent that.
We should invent that.
Nobody steal it.
Please don't. We need this.
We need the money.
And this really... But yeah, how badass would that be?
That would be really badass.
So anyway... Every time I wanted a beer or whatever, like I'm down for sharing, I just reached into my pocket, reached around a little bit. Around?
Around?
Around.
We're so good at English tonight.
We're horrible. What did you say earlier? Medican?
Medican. I was trying to say medication or medicine, and it came out medican.
And when I was ordering the pizza instead of crust, like, cussed.
Back in the cust.
So yeah, and what else was perfect is even in an open bottle, I could sit it in there just right and it would stand up straight, so I didn't even have to hold it.
That's amazing.
So anyway, some guy that I didn't know, he was hiding behind me and my friend from the fire because it was sending sparks, and he was very concerned about his eyebrows and hair burning off.
Oh, Lord.
So he got the name Diva. And... So he was hiding behind us, and he's just, whoa, did you just pull a beer out of your pocket? Yeah, so I became Beers McGee for a night.
That's awesome.
And my husband just looks at me when I told him that, and just, you're not Beers McGee.
Your tits McGee.
Tits McGee. Tits and Bits McGee?
That makes it sound like tits and
bits.
vagina.
It
Not
does.
tits and beer. I mean, either is a viable choice, I suppose. If you like that sort of thing.
But
Every time the dishwasher is going, it makes me think the tornado siren is going.
that's the heat. The dishwasher hasn't been on this whole time. I made sure it wasn't. This is
Okay, well, the heat, it sounds like a tornado siren. I'm like, it's February.
this is how we don't freeze to death.
I know. But it's so... Now it's like fucking Morse code.
But we played Kings. I got the King's Cup.
I don't think I've ever played Kings.
Okay, well, anyway, with the Kings, I don't know if there's different ways to play it, but this is how we played it. You know, I haven't played it in years until, Saturday. So, whenever someone gets a king on the card, you pour your drink, some of your drink into a cup.
Oh,
That happens
ew.
3 times. And then on the 4th person, when it's the last king, you pour your own in and you drink the whole thing. It had Guinness for me. It had Sprite for my friend. It had Bud Light. Oh, what was the other one? There was something else, and I can't recall what it was. But you know what? I was so drunk at this point, I didn't even taste it. So I continued my name with Beers McGee because I took it like a champ.
Oh,
But I
makes
feel
me want to vomit just thinking about it.
I feel like if I were to drink it in this very moment, I would not be handling it. But everyone was just, ugh. Just, fuck you guys. I got this.
I'm pretty good at beer pong.
I am horrible.
The party where I got drunk on vodka,
Yeah.
the only reason that happened, I played beer pong and, drank some beer, not a lot. And then everybody went downstairs to smoke, but I did not smoke at that point because I was like 18. But the downstairs neighbor came out and they had vodka and they just kept pouring shots for like everybody. And I was like, whatever. And so I had like 6 or something shots of vodka and just completely wasted.
I have an idea.
What?
For a future episode. I don't know if this is possible. Fear pong on the episode.
Oh.
Without dropping the mics from smacking them.
And no getting naked. Or well, as long as no one can see us.
I was like, why can't we be naked? Like, come on. I can close the curtains and stuff.
They are very thick.
Yeah.
All right, maybe. We'll have to figure out logistics.
Yeah.
Strap the microphones to our necks or something.
Self-cam. No,
We've
no
got
camera.
GoPros pointed. They connect to our chests. The most unflattering angle for a fat girl.
How many chins can you count?
There are 17 of them.
Why do you sound like a pirate?
Arr, matey. I'm here about me hook.
About that hook. Future episode topic. Anal hooks.
Oh, God. I knew you were going to say that.
Was it you or Gretchen where after I told you that story, when you looked at the little hanger thing in your bathroom, that's all you could think of?
I have like S-hook shower curtain things.
Oh, the shower curtain.
Yeah, but they have like the ball on the end of them, like the anal hooks. I'm just like, how do you put it in?
Like a butt plug, Caitlin.
I mean, I know how to do that, but
I mean, what is attached to your nightstand as of Friday?
yes, butt plug has a suction cup. No, but I think that's a pretty good place to end today's episode.
On butt stuff.
Yes, of butt stuff. Welcome, it's us.
I was just making a joke because we just talked about anal.
Oh,
We're talking
yeah.
about butt stuff.
Yeah. Butt stuff. Okay, so if you want to follow us on like Instagram or Twitter, it's at Butt Stuff Podcast. Just 1 T. Well, I mean, technically there are 2 T's, but
It's not to
there are 3 T's actually. Butt only has 1 T. And then we're also on Facebook, Butt Stuff Podcast. You can find us at journeyintocomicsnetwork.com or journeyintocomics.com. I don't know. There'll be a link in the description of the episode.
I think it's journeyintocomics.com.
Is it?
I
should know. I
so.
probably bought it. Because we just use one Namecheap account for everything.
Yeah.
It's not sponsored. We just like Namecheap. I mean, you guys can sponsor us. That would be okay. But yeah, that's where you can find us. We're on like every podcast service like Spotify and iTunes and Stitcher and Podbean and
All of the things.
everything probably. But yeah, so that's butt stuff. I'm Cate.
I'm Joanna.
Bye.